Sports here in Houston, Texas. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. On the Ravens sideline, look at their head coach. They've been playing some of their best football, winning 8 of their last 10 games. His counterpart on the opposing sideline, Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans. His side also occupying play. Jackson looking to throw right away. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. That throw looking for LeJohntay Wester. So second down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Turning to Henry on third. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You want to drain some of the excitements of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First down from the 42. Running once more with Henry. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Changing it up here, Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie out of Oklahoma. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
First down, here's Lamar. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Pushing the pace right away to start the game.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
Here's Lamar. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And no touchdown here. Just needed a few more, but this one goes out at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Working inside the red zone. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
BC, right? Come on! Ready! Come on! Ready! Ready shot! Ready shot! Come on!
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. And a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Blitz coming here. Jackson. Look at that power. Deep left side. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
When that ball left his hands, Kate, he envisioned a massive play, and he nearly saw it happen for all the wrong reasons. What a great effort there defensively to track the ball and be in position to nearly pick it.
Jackson now on 3rd. Lester finds the football complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And the Baltimore first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
180! That's it! Abort!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get, it's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. From the pistol, Henry. On the move, past the 40. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could...
BC, right? Let's go. 180! Come on! 180!
There's a dive up the middle, and he works his way for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks. It really creates some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Well, Brock, they've made it a point to incorporate him into their offense, and hey, no arguments here. He has been awesome in giving them a spark they need when he gets involved.
And it's so nice offensively, Kate, when you feel it, when you can run it, when you can throw it, and especially running it like this, going to pay huge dividends as the game goes on.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from NRG Stadium in just a moment. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Another run for Henry. And down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Hey, Alpha, c'est right.
Flying down the middle with Henry. On the move, gets the 40. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. Bails out of the pocket quick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Throwing again is Lamar. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Baltimore's first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Henry, and he gets in, touchdown! The Ravens will add to their lead at the end of the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown! Well, this is the continuation of one of the greatest scoring seasons in recent memory, Brock. For the first time since 2006, we've got a running back who's reached 20 touchdowns in a single season.
180. Sit on. 180. Sit on.
The drive begins with Henry. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, sit on. Sit on. 180. Sit on.
Lamar now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Gronk, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That's what. 180. That's what.
Throw here, 3rd down. On the move, headed right. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
A number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down. It's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Out now come the Texans on offense. And as they get set, part of on 1st and 10, it's Henry. Escapes the defender. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Hey, report. 180. Sit on.
Running this with Henry. And he'll get it up to the 44. 6-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Hey, Alpha, sit on. Hey, sit on. 180. Hey, sit on. Sit on.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's tackled tackle there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Now it's Lamar. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Following the incompletion. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
It's Henry on the carry. And he dodged the tackle. He takes it down to the 33. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. First down now. Ball at the 33. Now Jackson. Tight end reels in the shallow throw, and he's brought down after a short gain.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
From the red zone now. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Alpha, sit on! Run in! Run! Yo.
A draw now. This is Henry. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens go up by 2 scores. 13 points in the 4th. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
Henry. Fights his way through a tackle. That's a first down for the Ravens, partner. That should all but do it here. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. First and 10 from the 32.
Hey, Alpha, what? 180. It's up.
They run it with King Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple yards there. Houston calls it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Report! Come on! 180!
With King Henry here. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Final timeout called by the Texans. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down.
Sit up!
Design run. Jackson keeping it. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.